Howdy, 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 folks. My name is Armando Galan, and to my right is Bodie Warden. Folks, you are once again watching Ohlone College Baseball live from the Ohlone Athletics YouTube channel. We are at the basin of Mission Peak here in Fremont, California, on the Fremont campus of Ohlone College. Today is April 9th, 2026, otherwise known as West Valley Day here from the Fremont campus. We have an incredible matchup featuring two incredible baseball teams in the form of the West Valley Vikings and the Ohlone College Renegades. Now for the West Valley Vikings with a 21 conference record. They've been having some trouble with the conference, but that really honestly shouldn't come to a surprise. This conference is stacked. I believe every single team with the exception of Gavilan is still above 500 overall on the season, which is just extremely rare to see at this rate of the season. And of course, for West Valley, they absolutely need zero introduction. They were a 40-win team last year, and unfortunately so for them, lost on Championship Sunday last year in the state championship against Mount San Antonio. Then a year prior, with 38 wins on the season, they would lose on Elimination Saturday in the state championship against San Joaquin Delta. These Vikings need absolutely no introduction. They have been the kings of the South in the last 2 years. But right now, as it stands, the Renegades are in line to try and dethrone these Vikings. However, it's not going well as far as the season record between these two teams are concerned for these Renegades. This is going to be game 2 of this 2-game set. The Renegades, who are 28-4 on the season, now losing their second game in conference. And folks, if you haven't been told yet, it wasn't pretty on Tuesday. The Vikings dominated their way to a 15-3 victory, and it came off the back of 2 doubles from Crystal respectively and from Estrada respectively. And here are their RBI totals. David Estrada with 4 RBIs, Parker Crystal with 3, Eric Altmark with 2, Joey D'Amelio with 1, Ryan Bays with 2, Bobby Hill with 1, and Kenji Colston with 2. And that game in particular, as I mentioned, wasn't even close at all. In the top of the second inning, the Renegades ink across a run, but then surrender defensively 6 of them. Then in the bottom of the third, they would surrender 4 more. It was a 10-1 deficit until the Renegades put up a run in the 6th. Maybe giving you an inkling that they were going to come back in that game. We've seen crazier things before, but shutting out any type of uncertainty was the West Valley Vikings in the bottom of the 7th, hanging up a 5 spot, making it so that it was never close to begin with and never in question to begin with. Today, the Renegades are looking to try and just do one thing: play a more complete game and pitch better. They didn't defend particularly disgraceful at all, just 1 error by the team, but with 10 team hits and multiple free passes, 13 walks on the day, West Valley was able to ink across. You cannot allow free passes against a team like West Valley. West Valley, of course, as I mentioned, folks, needs no introduction. In every single hitting category, the Renegades are not first in. Guess who's first? I'll give you a wild guess. It's West Valley. First in home runs, extra base hits, and slugging. Now, they are second in all of these categories: batting average, on-base percentage, hits, RBIs, walks, doubles, and triples. However, guess who's first in every single one of those 7 stats? The Renegades. The Renegades to round off the rest of their rankings, second in slugging, second in extra base hits, and 4th in home runs as a team. So overall, I mean, stat-wise, you have the case and argument to say West Valley might be a better hitting team than the Renegades, because they legitimately have top 2 stats in everything, which is something the Renegades can't say as far as home runs are concerned, but as far as everything else is concerned, they have the exact same argument. Pitching-wise, this is where this game is really going to start to even out. The Renegades first in ERA, first in wins, first in WHIP, the least amount of hits given, first in Ks through 9, and they have surrendered the least amount of walks. And as far as West Valley is concerned, they are currently 5th in ERA, 2nd in wins, 5th in team WHIP. They're tied with Hartnell College at 3rd place in hits allowed. They are the 2nd worst team at preventing runs from scoring and the worst team at preventing runs from scoring on the season. But they are the 2nd best as far as Ks are concerned and Ks through 9. But they do surrender the most, or the 2nd most walks on the thing, because that storyline was flipped completely on its head on Tuesday. So it really doesn't matter necessarily the rankings, except for just to paint a picture of where both teams are trajecting to. It matters, especially when these two teams share the same field, who is the better team when they wake up that morning and show up to the field. On Tuesday, it was undoubtedly the West Valley Vikings, and today, the Renegades are eager to prove that it is them on their home field today. Bodie, you got any comments?
I mean, not much. You kind of wrapped it up perfectly. This game's going to have to be 100% just a flip of the script for the Renegades. We've seen them dominate game in and game out throughout the season, but all of a sudden it just got shut down on Tuesday. And so they're going to have to go to their basic values of just being the right guy in the right moment, playing the small ball. And we need to see their pitching be perfect. We've seen their pitchers kind of get a little bit cold. Their bats get a little bit cold. There's now only 2 players in hitting 400 or above when there used to be 4 or 5. And that was deep into 400. That was up in the 440s, 450s. And now as the season's progressing, they're just getting lower and lower, which this is the wrong time to have a cold streak. So today's going to have to be a day where they break out of that cold streak and start something new right now, and they get on a win streak for the rest of this year if they want to have a chance to win conference and win state even.
Most definitely. On the mound on Tuesday for these West Valley Vikings was Apollo Lapis, and he pitched through 6 innings, giving up just 3 hits, 2 earned runs off of 2 total runs, 5 strikeouts. He surrendered a dinger, and that dinger was surrendered against Joaquin Stewart. Jordan Medina had a double, but that was pretty much it for the Renegades as far as the measurables were concerned. They got a sacrifice fly for Max Matai to boot, but they only had 5 hits as a team overall. And, I mean, through 9 innings, if you're only surrendering 5 hits against the Renegades, that is 1,000% something to be highlighted. Talking about highlights real quick, we have some players to highlight as far as players to watch. First, let's start with the Vikings. You got Parker Crystal, and then, of course, David Estrada, who had himself a big day with 4 RBIs, Crystal with 3 RBIs, and then to round it off was Montez. Now, Montez wasn't a particular standout in the stat sheet, and that's because he didn't have a chance to really play that much. He only had 2 at-bats and had 3 walks, but he didn't register he registered 2 runs scored, didn't register an RBI or any hits. But Jordan Montez still a player to watch stat-wise for him because he is coming into today's game the 2nd best in home runs, the 3rd best in RBIs, and the 3rd best in walks. As far as Crystal is concerned, 1st best in home runs in the South, 2nd best in doubles, 5th in RBI, and 6th in hits. And then for Estrada, 1st in RBI, 7th in walks, 8th in hits. For the Renegades, though, you have Caden Kashia, who right now is got 4 stolen bags on the season. That's going to put him 3rd in that category in the South, 1st in triples and 1st in walks. Then right after him is Vasquez, 1st in triples, 2nd in hits, 4th in doubles, 5th in batting average, and 7th in RBIs. Medina is a player that doesn't get talked about enough. 2nd in doubles, 2nd in hits, 2nd in RBIs, 3rd in batting average, and 5th in base on balls. Shout out Jordan Medina. And then, of course, a guy who's pitched a tent really in that 7 spot, being Joaquin Stewart, another guy that is one of the most uber consistent bats for this Renegades squad. First in doubles, second in batting average. He was first in the state for the longest time, now down to second in the South. Sixth in RBIs and eighth in hits.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a great group of guys, and they all have extreme talent, and they need to know that. I've been talking with some people, around the team and around this campus about just the mental state of a lot of these guys right now has been kind of a lackadaisical kind of just, we've got it in the bag. We're a top team. We could be the number one team in the state. And then as they get lazy and they think, well, this is a free win. And I heard, I heard around from some people that yesterday some players were saying, yeah, this is a free win. The West Valley lost to Cabrillo and we swept Cabrillo. So this should be easy. And let alone it was the opposite of easy. They whooped them by 12 runs. And so games like this, hopefully this is a wake-up call for their mentality, because you cannot go into any game thinking it's a free win in the sport of baseball. Any game, any team, no matter who it is, could have the greatest day in the world, and you could have a rough day, and there goes your game. So you have to come in expecting to play the World Series level caliber of talent and want to come in here destroying your opposition.
Yeah, most definitely. And I mean, that echoes the same sentiments of what I said about, who wakes up as the better team in the morning and shows up to the field as the better team. You have to show up mentally and physically. You can't just immediately think, because we beat certain teams, we can beat this team. I mean, yes, there's a good amount of cockiness you need to have as an athlete, but there's a fine line between resting and having confidence. And cockiness, it kind of blurs the line between the two. So you have to come out, you have to want to work to earn every aspect of the game that you can. Every single time you get on base, every single time you walk, you get a hit, you get a strikeout. You have to earn every single bit of it, and you have to grind for it. And the team that wants to grind the most and wants to love the grind the most is going to be the team that walks away with this victory. We have national anthem. Afterwards, I'll give you the lineup for West Valley and the defensive alignment for the Renegades, as well as our starting pitchers. We'll be back in a minute. We are ready to go here from the Fremont campus. I'm going to give you the West Valley lineup, folks. It's going to be Altmar, Crystal, Estrada, D'Amelio, Montez, Bays, Hill, Colston, and Giglieri. Then for the Renegade defensive alignment, from left to right in the outfield is going to go Medina, Thompson, and Johnson. Then from left to right in the infield, it's going to go Kashia, Vasquez, Stewart, and Canberra. Of course, Derek Bain is putting down the signs and in the squat behind home plate. And Matthew Anderson, very happy to see him.
Yeah, he hasn't pitched here in a while.
Yeah, the tall right-handed pitcher for these Renegades. And he is fifth in ERA right now, and oh goodness, what was it? I was just looking at it. Second in Ks coming into today's game. Wearing the number 19, making his 12th appearance on the season. His 9th start, he's 8-0, so he hasn't lost a game thus far. 56 innings pitched, 36 hits given up, 25 runs, 20 earned runs, 15 walks, 64 strikeouts, a Ks through 9 of 10.29. He surrendered 2 dingers on the year, and he has a .91 whip with a 3.21 ERA. Well, folks, I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed that little pregame that we had. It was nice and crispy. It was buttery smooth. And, I mean, if you couldn't tell based on how excited we are right now here pregame, this is the most excited we've been to present a game to you folks here. We hope you enjoy the show, whether you are a Viking, a Renegade, or nowhere in between. We thank you and welcome you to the stream. Let us know who you're listening for and where you're listening from, what you are doing, maybe what you're drinking or eating, and get ready because this is going to be Game of the Year. Today's game day weather, folks, presented by the Apple Weather app. 69 degrees. It kind of feels like a bit of a low bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like we're in the 70s. Degrees. A chance to get up to 71 degrees, and then probably in the high 60s as we're on our way out of here. 9 to 14 mile an hour wind gusts blowing out to straightaway left center field. Here now is Altmark, who fouls off his 0-0 delivery to the left side, and the count is going to be 0-1. First pitch at 2:34 p.m.
You know, from just my own superstition, I've always loved having a game start for my home team where it's a first pitch strike. It's just the greatest feeling. You know, you're off to a good start. You're coming out hot, coming out with an attack mode, and if you can just keep that momentum the whole game, I mean, it's going to be in your favor.
Eric Altmark with a .244 batting average this season, 2 home runs, 18 driven in. Takes inside, and that kicks away. It's 1-2.
LT Lindsay getting his action early on. We usually see him about 15 times, 20 times a game, grabbing the foul balls and the pass balls and all that.
(1-2) getting ready to come home from Anderson. Anderson gets the sign, gets into the windup. Here it comes. Popped up. Left field. Playable depth. Medium distance. Way up there, and Medina waits for it, and it drops into his glove for the first out of the inning. And here now is Crystal. Parker Crystal batting at .368 this season. I mean, he's definitely putting himself in question for some end-of-the-year awards with the leading number of home runs on the season in the South. He's got 12 of them on the year. You know what? I didn't even think to check this, where he is in the as far as the state categories is.
When folks at home to it, on top of that, if you just want to go off of just, you know, being first in home runs, I mean, his home run total right now is at 12. And adding on to that, he's leading his team in batting average with a .368 batting average through 117 at-bats.
Check swings, and at first base they say no go. So he stays back on that 0-1 delivery on the outer half, and it's 1-1 the count now. We got Denise Bain in the chat. Okay, so Crystal and Montez, both 3rd and 4th in the state categories, behind Cho of Orange Coast with 13 and McDonald of Bakersfield with 14. And I believe, was that a bullpen warning? Or oh, so that was directed to the third base coach to try and keep him in the box.
I literally, as I was just saying last game, I said I don't think I've ever seen a third base or a first base coach in the box.
I don't think I've ever seen an umpire
tell
a base coach where to operate.
Well, I'm pretty sure that was Curran. Yeah, it was Curran not arguing, but just putting his 2 cents in, saying, hey, I think it's too far back, whatever it might be. And then the umpire said, nope, here's the rule.
Crystal awaits the 2-2 from Anderson. Swung on and missed. The DH begins his day striking out. Here now is Estrada playing at third base today. And for Estrada, his biggest draw is RBI. He's a team leader in that category and a leader in the South in that category, number 1.
With 48. Oh, my goodness.
How about that? He's well on pace for 60 this year.
Yeah, I mean, you've only played 32 games. This is your 33rd today, and you've rocked in 48 RBIs?
That's the center field in the park, though, but way back there, and Thompson really showing off his speed there to make the play to end the inning. So the Renegades will be getting ready to hit. They will have Kashia, Vasquez, and Medina due up. I'll get you the rest of the Renegade lineup as well as the Viking defensive alignment when we return from the break in just 30 seconds to a minute. The freshman southpaw, number 31, Aaron Baum, is on the mound today, making his second start of the year. He's 2-0 and his 6th appearance on the season. He's got 11 and a half innings pitched with 10 given up. 8 runs, all of them are earned runs. 3 walks to 10 Ks, Ks through 9 of 7.71, and an ERA of 6.17 with a whip of 1.11. Now, his 6.17 ERA definitely is inflated by the fact that he doesn't have many innings pitched and many appearances on the year. And I would imagine if he's not a starting pitcher, he's going to be servicing as an opener, but could also be coming back from an injury. Now, we don't get background information prior to the game's the start of a game in regards to these storylines moving into these games, but we will find out as the game progresses whether or not he's just an opener or a starter. I'm going to venture to say he looks like a starter for sure.
He does. I'm assuming either coming off of injury or a confidence thing. Freshman, he wasn't put in very much, and maybe he proved himself. I mean, granted, the 6 ERA through 11 innings pitched, but again, doesn't mean much. It's only 11 innings pitched, so.
Yep, and he will be facing off against Caden Kashia. My goodness, I don't know what I'm stuttering so much. Stumbling and stuttering.
Yep.
Who is first in walks today and triples as well. 3rd in stolen bases in the South. The 0-0 delivery misses the zone. 1-0. The defensive alignment for the Vikings is going to look like this. From left to right in the outfield, Giglieri in left, Mark in center, and D'Amelio in right. From left to right in the infield, Estrada, Hill, Colston, and Montez. Bays is going to be catching. And for the Renegade lineup, after Kashia is going to be Vasquez, then followed up by Medina, then followed up by Murphy. Bain hitting 5, Canberra hitting 6, 7 is Stewart, 8 is Johnson, 9 is Thompson. It is 1-2 to Caden Kashia.
That's one of the most scariest lineups I've ever seen.
Yep.
Anybody could get on base in this lineup. Anybody has the ability to do whatever they want.
Kashia awaits the 1-2 home. High and a bit inside, 2-2. 79 off of the south pod hand of Baum. I hope I am pronouncing that right. It could be Bohm, but I'm assuming B-A Bow.
Baum.
B-A-U Bow.
Like lip balm?
Mm-hmm. Of course, if anybody, especially on the West Valley side, I think we're good as far as the Ohlone
Renegade
side
side now,
is concerned. But on the West Valley side in particular, if you guys are hearing us pronounce anybody's names wrong, please feel free to correct us. We welcome it.
Send it in.
Yep. 3-2 coming home from Baum. Fouled off, and we'll do it again. Pitch number 6 getting ready to come in.
You know what I haven't seen all year yet is an umpire wear his grays.
Yeah,
This
actually,
is the first time the gray uniform has come out this season
so
with the home plate umpire.
So you say, come on, Blue. You got to say, come on,
Come
Gray.
on, Gray.
3-2 again. That's going to be a walk. That's why Kashia is one of the best walkers, or the best walker in the entirety of the South and one of the best in the state, because he has an incredible eye and he also has a very high contact rate, especially on pitches that are borderline.
Yep.
And he's not willing to leave it up to the umpire. If it's close, he's going to try and foul it off. If he thinks he can do something with it, he'll put it in play.
Yep, and speaking of not leaving it up to the umpire, here comes Chewy Vasquez, who we've only seen strike out looking twice. In his whole season, I've only seen it twice, and I think he's only struck out looking twice.
I think I've only seen him strike out, on one hand.
Yeah, I can't even name the times I've seen him strike out before. He's a contact hitter with, really hidden pop. You wouldn't expect it, but all of a sudden he gets a hold of the pitch he likes, and there it goes flying. He almost had his first big fly of the season a few games ago, and it was just off the top of the wall. So if he gets the right pitch, it's going far.
And for Chewy Vasquez, he's a co-leader in triples with 4 of them, and has first place in that category as far as the South is concerned. That bounces to the plate, and it's 1-2. And for Chewy, it's been a season of fortune for him. As we mentioned before, he's a University of Hawaii commit. He was batting .400 for the longest time, now at .389. It's a tough life to live, huh?
Yeah,
Trying to keep
I
up
know.
with 400.
I know.
1-2, getting ready to come home. Left center field, way back there! Off the center of the wall! Kachia rounds the bag at second, and he's going to be held up at third. It's a double, and once again, Chewy Vasquez maybe 5 to 10 push-ups away from his first home run of the year.
Put him in the dugout, do some more push-ups, and that ball over the fence hitting the scoreboard. How many times are we going to get teased from a home run ball from Vasquez here? That's now the second in the last week.
Man.
Oh, talk about a big opening, though. This is the opposite of what they did on Tuesday. They're coming out as a new team, ready to fight.
And here now is Medina. He homered on Tuesday and was one of the only bright spots for an Ohlone lineup, which is so far seemingly off to a decent start.
Just a little bit.
Swung on and missed there at the 0-0 delivery home.
And also going back to just the power combo, this is the first time I've seen it with Kashia and then Vasquez, 1 and 2. We normally see Kashia, Medina, Vasquez. And I really like the switch because you're going on a righty-lefty kind of combo, lefty-righty, lefty-righty. And that just completely mixes up the approach from the pitcher. Baum can't get into a groove of facing 2 lefties in a row and understanding how to pitch to them. He's got to go back to Vasquez, who will see the pitches differently. And from 2 guys who are contact hitters who can get on base on walks, contact, whatever it might be, they do exactly that. And they fight a long at-bat just to get aboard in very positive results.
Yeah, strategies get crossed over for sure. That kicks away from Bays, but did I put Bays in his actual name is Bays? I need to make sure. I feel like that's incorrect. I'm looking for 20. It is Bays. Okay.
Yep.
Good.
Also, I'm looking on deck now, and Flores is on deck, so that's another righty hitter. So Curran's going with a pure platoon of a lefty righty.
And that's interesting because then that means Murphy has been is a late scratch.
Murphy, that's 26
never
Murphy.
mind.
I don't know why I said Flores.
I was about to say. That means Murphy was a late scratch. I hope that nothing was wrong, but that DH spot really honestly is Curran's hot hand spot.
Yeah, it is.
Medina 3-1, getting ready to come home from Baum. Here it comes. That's going to load the bases. Renegades with a golden opportunity early here to break the score wide open. Murphy to swing the bat now.
And might I add that Murphy is a heck of a DH. I mean, when we see him in this DH spot, pinch hit spot, he's produced probably over a 500 batting average when it comes to this, when he's in a big situation as a DH or as a pinch hitter. He produces. It is incredible.
Hitting at .333 with 16 RBI, a home run left on the shelf so far this year, and a triple as well. But with 2 doubles and 18 hits overall.
Yeah, now I'm actually going to go back to this again. The lefty-righty matchup, we haven't seen Curran do this once this season, and this is deliberate. This is Bain's first time in the 5 spot. He's normally in the 4. And now this is just showing exactly what's going on. Where Curran's saying, hey, I want to go opposite every single at bat so we can get new looks, get Baum out of his flow. And if he can be out of his flow, then this game is in the Renegades' hands 100%.
Well, I think also that this is just going to be a battle of new school and old school meshes as far as tendencies are concerned, because Bobby Hill and Coach Curran, of course, both been around for quite some time now, have really solidified their own systems. Very similar in ways, but also different in its practicality.
Yep, very.
And they both show great versatility as coaches, incredible coaches to learn the game from at this level. 2-0 in their first strike.
It's a pitch that a lot of people in here got excited to see, because that's one that's right down, Broadway, and you're ready to swing, but you can't blame him for taking that. I mean, Murphy's seen only balls so far. Yep. Just take it, let Baum do what he needs to do, throw a strike over the plate.
Yep, and it's been 2 walks also. Popped up. Not deep enough to score a run. This is shallow left field, and making the play in short left, there is the shortstop Hill for the first out of the inning. So an unproductive out, exactly what the doctor ordered if you are a Viking. Not what you want to see if you're a Renegade, but here now is Derek Bain. Now, Derek Bain very recently broke into the top 10 in doubles. He's 8th right now in the South.
Yeah, and if you're thinking catcher, Bain, a shorter guy too, and a catcher, you're not thinking speed. He has 5 stolen bases this season.
All right, there you go. 330 batting average, 421 on base, 466 slugging. In there for a strike.
Really good first pitch off speed right there. I mean, Baum's been just walking guys like no one's business, hence why Murphy was taken to strike, and you're not expecting a first pitch off speed on when he can't find his control.
Yep. 0-1 getting ready to come home. Fouled off there on a pitch on the hands to Derek Bain, and it's 0-2. I see a familiar name in the chat, Javier Hernandez, who's going to be graduating from San Diego State University in 1 month. So congratulations in advance, my friend, and welcome to the stream. I miss you too. 0-2 to Derek Bain, getting ready to come home. Baum looking for the strikeout or a ground ball. Pitch too high for either of the two, and Bain willing to take it to take the count to 1-2. I mean, this would be momentum for the Vikings if they can find a way out of this. Bain just looking for grass or a gap. Behind in the count, 1-2. Here it comes from Baum. That's a pitch high, flared into left field for a base hit. Round in the bag is Vasquez from third. He scores from second. It's a 2 RBI single, and the Renegades find themselves in a lead. Early on, a 2 RBI single from Derek Bain.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, at bat of perfection when it comes down to being in the nitty-gritty. A quick 0-2 on a taken off speed and a jam shot, you're feeling extremely uncomfortable. I mean, I know that feeling. You're thinking, I don't know what pitch is coming. I don't know how to handle this at bat. Then all of a sudden, you take a high fastball and you're thinking, okay, maybe I'm in this, and just flare one away over the third baseman's head. That's all you have to do, and that's why this team's been so good. They just do what they need to do in the moment. Bain's not thinking grand slam. He's not thinking big swing of the bat. He's thinking, let me get 2 runs in on a single flare shot. That's all I need to do here.
An amazing, amazing grab there by bays to not allow a wild pitch on that 0-0 delivery home. Julian Canberra to swing the bat now, ahead in the count 1-0. The first baseman for these Renegades wearing the number 22, batting at 287 to begin play today, and on base 42.4% of the time he swings the bat.
And I mean, that's a really good number because Canberra himself has been in a bit of a cold streak. He was up in the 350s earlier, about a month ago, and he's just been kind of slowly teetering downhill without much light above him. But and this is a big at bat for him to just kind of prove himself right here, right now. And this is a good start of momentum, getting yourself a few RBIs and a good swing of the bat.
That is a very confident 1-2 delivery inside, 78 miles an hour from Bohm to get him ahead in the count 1-2. Needs to make another big pitch here. 1-2 delivery home. And that pitch is outside. Over at second base, Medina kind of faked that he was going to go break for third base to try and steal the bag. Got about maybe a quarter of the way down the line and then dropped anchor about the same depth at the shortstop.
Yep, I mean, it goes back to that rule. You can go as far off of the bag as the player is from the bag themselves.
Beautiful pitch delivery there home to get Canberra looking. I mean, that pitch started above the letters and broke down to about belt depth to get him looking. That was a beautiful pitch by Baum to get the second out of the inning. Here now is Joaquin Stewart.
Usually, especially if you're the Vikings, you're thinking, okay, now we're getting in the lower part of this lineup at the 7 hole. You know, maybe I can end this inning, but you yet to realize the 7 hole is Stewart, the best hitter on this team.
And if not the best, then you can make an argument for it for sure.
100%.
0-0 delivery in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. 0-1 delivery getting ready to come home now. Foul back to the screen, and it's 0-2. Two out in the inning. Johnson on deck if he has a chance to swing the bat, but Stewart will have to find a way aboard. Behind in the count 0-2. I wonder if Baum is going to mess around. He steps off there to avoid the pitch clock violation.
I mean, it's a double positive for him. It's just avoid a violation and break up Stewart's rhythm he has going on right now.
Definitely. 0-2, getting ready to come home. To the right side, could be down for extra bases. It's fair down the line. 1 run scores. Bain rounds the bag at third. There'll be a play at the plate. He's safe. It's a 2 RBI triple. Renegades rattle off 4. And they lead by just as much. Here now is Johnson.
And Stewart takes a header. I mean, header over there at third base. He's going in for a head-first slide and just catches himself by the belt on the turf and just bonk, head in the turf. But, I mean, do whatever you want, Stewart. You got a 2 RBI triple.
Emmett Johnson looking to try and get hot, batting at 206 to begin play today. This has popped up in the infield. And it looks like over at second base, Colston calls everybody off, and he'll make the play to end the inning. Renegades rattle off 4. One off of a single from Derek Bain, and off of a triple by Stewart. Both 2 RBI base, and we will be back in 30 seconds to a minute after this break. We are back here, folks, on the Ohlone College Athletics YouTube channel. D'Amelio, Montez, and Bays all due up here in the second inning where West Valley finds themselves trailing by 4. Matthew Anderson on the mound retired these Vikings 1-2-3 in the first inning. And D'Amelio playing in right field today. Coming into today's game with a .315 batting average, a .407 on base, .449 slugging. He's got a homer and 19 driven in.
I mean, this is really going to be a bigger inning, top of the second inning than a lot of people think. This is an inning of momentum switching and persuading the momentum. If Anderson gets, I mean, if the Vikings put across 1 or 2 runs this inning against Anderson, then there goes your first inning as the Renegades. But if he can get up 3 up, 3 down, maybe 4 up, and that's it, then this game continues to roll for the Renegades.
This is bounced up the middle. Shuey Vasquez charging, planting his foot, and throwing in time for the 6-3 putout. Beautifully done by the D1 commit.
I mean, he gives me reminiscence of just the Crawford level of confidence over at shortstop. Any ball hit anywhere in the 6 hole, I know it's going to be an out.
Oh my goodness, the post-Crawford era of San Francisco Giants baseball is painful. I knew it was
it's
going
rough.
to be, but man.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Vasquez is just in the mentality for me of just the similarities from Brandon Crawford being at shortstop. Any ball over there, I wouldn't even look. Oh, that's an out, free out. It's the same thing for Vasquez.
Here now is Jordan Montez, and he's batting at .265 today. Don't let that fool you though. He had the strongest BP of anybody out on this field today. Actually, funny enough, he almost impaled me with one. I was out in the outfield trying to help out collect the balls, and I almost got smacked in the face by one of his home run balls. 0-2 coming home. Oh, almost got him looking, but that was below the belt and right at the shins.
Yeah, and during batting practice, too, it was kind of fun. A player was going to hit a home run, and then one of the outfielders robbed it. He went up there, climbed the ladder, and pulled it back in. And he was pumped. He was celebrating. He was screaming. I mean, he was pumped up.
Well, I mean, you're having fun.
Yeah, you are, especially coming off a 15-3 win.
2-2 getting ready to come home now. Anderson kicks and deals. Popped up. Foul territory to the right side. Canberra squeezes the glove and makes the play.
And just from that pop-up, that reminded me to talk about the wind today. Out in our American flag out there in left field, it's blowing heavy to the left side. So righties who are pull-heavy hitters over the short fence of 315, they're going to be happy today. It's going to be a home run ball kind of day outside. But, I mean, as I'm saying that, the wind starts swirling over to center field. But with the wind swirling out in any way, it's going to be a home run heavy day if the pitchers allow for it. Ryan
Bays is a problem. You want to know why? He's batting at .455 and on base 50.8% of the time, slugging at .727. That is the reason why he has a problem. 4 home runs and 24 driven in.
Wow.
That's recorded through 55 at-bats. So he's had himself a really solid season, even with that limited capacity. The rest of the team that is starting above him today with 90-plus at-bats. So I wonder if maybe he's working his way back from an injury.
Injury or just maybe a bench player to start, and then he just proved himself.
Stays back there. No, he did not, actually.
I think depending on the call, I think he just called that a strike flat out.
Well, results the same, 1-2.
Result the same, yep.
Anderson looking to retire, 1-2-3. Got him looking! Renegades filling it through the first 6 outs defensively here in this game. They will have the chance to swing the bats with Thompson, Kachia, and Vasquez due up. Big game, big energy. We'll be back in 30 seconds to a minute. We are
YouTube
back here,
channel,
folks, on
Armando
the
Galoni
Ohlone
Athletics.
and Bodie Warden here for you, and in a very, very good mood right now with the Renegades up 4-0. Aaron Baum on the mound and looking to try and find a little bit more consistency, maybe get settled in now. After the first inning of work, he gave up 3 hits, 2 walks, and 4 runs given up. Looking to try and get settled in and help keep his team right where they are at this 4-run deficit and not allow it to be added anymore. And for the Renegades, I mean, they're just looking to try and ink across more hits and more base runners and more runs. Awaits the 0-1 delivery home. Squares up to bunt, pulls it back, and it's on the outside for a ball. For Teo Thompson, he was tied for triples for the longest time with Chewy Vasquez, but Chewy Vasquez has left him behind. He's third in that category, though, in the South right now. The 1-1. Chasing on a pitch outside. Got a piece of it, but it's 1-2 still.
And you can't blame him. Lefty-lefty battle on a sweeping slider. I mean, that is just disgusting.
It's really tough to see also from that left side batter's box when you're facing the southpaw. Baum looking for the strikeout. Got him looking. First strikeout of the game for Baum, and it's a backwards K. Here now is Caden Kachia. Caden Kachia worked a walk to begin the game. And, I mean, whether it's a walk to start the day for him or a base hit, I can't tell you the last time I did a baseball game where I saw Caden Kachia going back lead off, 5 games in a row getting now. On base. 5 games in a row. The last time he didn't get on base to begin a game, as far as the ones that I've called, was against Chabot.
Oh.
Popped up. Left side. Could be trouble. Hill ranging all the way over and makes the play. Not an easy one, but he shows off the pop-up dance for the second out of the inning. Of course, we've been talking about the high winds, which makes it really tough to judge balls in the air here on the Fremont campus. Another thing is, for those outfielders, they're staring directly into where the sun is setting. So it is an extremely tough time for you to try and play in the outfield on this field. Here's Chewy Vasquez now. In there for a strike.
Yeah, I mean, it's practically impossible on some windy days with the sun battling the extreme winds. You're just, chucking up a prayer, hoping your glove finds the ball.
Definitely. 0-1. Inside for a strike. There it is. 0-2 now. And for Baum, so far pretty good. Needs one more strike. Center field. Playable, but down for a base hit. Chewy Vasquez finds a way to get aboard on an 0-2 hole. And, I mean, that's the second time now that a Renegade has been down in the count, either 0-2 or 1-2, and has found a way to get aboard.
I mean, this is exactly what the normal Chewy I'm used to seeing. This is the Chewy Vasquez that I know is always going to show up to the plate. It's going to be a battle no matter what it is, and he's not going to go down without a fight. And with a double and a single already on the day through 2 at-bats not in his favor, he's already shown his strength.
Way inside there to Medina. He had to get away from that one.
Yeah.
I had to correct myself also. Actually, 3 straight 2-strike hits for these Renegades.
Wow.
Not 3 straight, but 3 total today. 1-0. In there for a strike. Good pitch on the outer half.
And Medina, someone who kind of has sneaky pop as well. You don't usually think of seeing him be as a home run threat, but a few games ago here at home, I mean, for those of you at home who didn't see it, launched one. I don't even want to try to give an estimate of how far that was. That was a far home run over the 325 sign in right field, and he pimped it like no other home run. Hit it and just watched it.
I mean, it was one of the strongest hit home runs that we've seen. The only one to right field this season. 1 and 2 coming home. To the left side and through the 5-6 gap for a base hit. Renegades looking to try and entice a potential 2-out rally. Here now is Murphy.
Yeah, and again, they're just playing to their strengths. They're in pitchers counts. They're not in a hitter's count. Well, 1-2, 0-2, whatever it might be. And that's a big hanging off speed that Medina just lets ride through the zone and just pokes it in the gap. That's all you have to do to keep this line moving for guys like Murphy who can show up and hit one far.
Murphy ready to swing the bat now. OO delivery getting ready to come home from Baum. Kicks and deals. Inside with the fastball and misses 1-0. Coming home. Left side hit on a line, but right over to Giglieri for the final out of the inning. And Giglieri only had to range to his left just maybe a step or two to make that play. So he will have a chance to swing the bat also here in the bottom of the third. It's going to go Hill, Colson, and Giglieri when we return back from the break in 30 seconds to a minute. Renegades lead by 4, but leave 2 of them stranded in the bottom of the second. Final inning of the beginning innings of this game, due up. Here we are, folks, in the top of the third inning, the final inning of these beginning innings of the game. Bobby Hill ready to swing the bat. Oh, hey, check this out. That's actually his extended hitting. Oh, wow. His ground ball to flyout ratio, interesting, 0.47. Not really even sure what that means, but I'm just going to go ahead and Google it later. All right, here's his actual stats. 288. Batting average, I'm going to go ahead and say 400 on base. It's 399. I'm going to round it up. And 387 slugging. So he's on base 40% of the time. How many guys in this league are on base 40% of the time?
Basically everybody. If you're a starter, you're on base 40% of the time.
That's crazy. I was on base 10% of the time. 2-1. Fouled off to the left side and out of play. 2-2 the count now.
Really good on that. Really good inside run on that fastball too. 91 coming in on the kneecaps. How are you supposed to make contact with that?
Really, honestly, you can't. You just got to get your bat to it and hope it goes foul. And there it is on the ground to Chuy Vasquez. 6-3. Got him. I mean, you got to just drop the head on it, but it's really hard, especially as a righty. And I know because I swung the bat both ways, terribly, I might add, but it's very much easier to drop the head when you're a lefty.
Interesting.
Here now is Colston, Kenji Colston. And, oh, he got hit on the play, so he's going to go take first base. And that increases his on-base percentage now to 41%.
Well, there goes the perfect game. The 7-out perfect game is gone.
Giglieri now ready to swing the bat. I was surprised. I'm assuming his mom was in attendance when she was at the desk checking in and buying her ticket. I was surprised because I was telling the guys back there, and I said it out loud, and she told me I pronounced it right, but on the lineup card, the I at the end of his name looked like just a dot, and not an actual I, so I was like, Giglier. She was like, E. I'm like, wow, I pronounced all of it correct.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Grounded over to second base. And Stewart has this one kick away from him. So that will be an E4. And 2 runners are now on. That is something you can't do. And tried to scoop it and was immediately had turned to his right to try and set up the double play and got caught in between his mechanics there and just never had a grip on it.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of overran it. Coming from a middle infielder myself, I played second base a lot, and you get so excited to get around it because you know the mechanics, you know your formula of how to get that ball to second base coming on your glove side. But he just overran it to where he was fielding a glove-sided ball on his right foot, and you got to awkwardly reach around, and he just hit the heel of his palm. And, I mean, there's just no shot anymore. And that's unfortunate because now you're looking at inning over, but now Anderson has to pitch a few more pitches to get this inning through.
That's a left field, and a diving play in and out of the glove. Great effort by Johnson. No, correction, Medina out in left field, but just couldn't quite keep it in his glove. Station to station go the Vikings, but now the tying run has come to the plate in the form of Crystal.
One really good attempt. I'm going to give him extra props for the fact that he kept it in front. When I see a player start hunching over ready for a diving play with 2 runners on and, coming in hard, if that ball's by him, that's possibly an inside the Parker.
Put on your boss fight music. You got the ace versus the home run king. And the home run king would service as the tying run if he does what he does best.
This will probably be the at-bat of the game I'm calling it. I'm just going to say at-bat of the game right here.
At-bat of the game no matter what outcome happens here. Whoever wins this at-bat, it's going to do a lot of confidence and have a big emphasis on who ends up coming home with a victory today. 0-2 the count now to Crystal, the DH. 12 homers on the year. 0-2 getting ready to come home from Anderson. Got him! Swinging! Fastball challenge. That is a second strikeout of Crystal today.
Wow, that was just pure domination. I mean, that looked like that looked like an MLB The Show moment right there. Just domination from a pitcher without knowing what the heck's going to be coming at you. And I mean, he looked lost in the batter's box.
Wow, that was one heck of a confident pitch from Anderson. Here now is David Estrada, the potential final opportunity for these Vikings. Has to find a way aboard. Just missed there on the 0-0 delivery home, and it's 1-0. Estrada is the RBI leader on this team and in the South. So this is what he does best. He gets hits in these situations. 1-0. Center field, that'll be down for multiple RBI. 1 run scores. Here comes the second run. It's a 2 RBI single, cutting the lead in half.
I mean, he did exactly what you said. He does what he does best. He gets a base hit in times that they need a run. And that's where Parker Crystal, who struck out on 3 pitches, can be a little bit of a kryptonite for them because he's swinging for too much. He's going for too far of a hit Whereas Estrada just saying, hey, just let me put the ball in play, and now he knocks in his 49th and 50th RBI of the season.
He just shortens up his approach, hits it where the defense isn't. Scoring Colson and Giglieri on the play. Here now is D'Amelio, servicing as a potential go-ahead run. He's seen the most action at the plate, 129 at-bats. His 129th right now. That's grounded to the left side and foul. 0-1. On base right now for the Vikings, Estrada at first base, Altmark at second. A 0-1 delivery getting ready to come home from Anderson. Target is set by Derek Bain. Anderson checks the runner at second, now kicks and deals, and that was outside. 1-1 the count. One and one the count now. Here it comes. In there for a strike.
Another good sink in and cutting inside to the outer part of the plate on that fastball. He's just locating his pitches exactly where he needs to.
And he's confident when locating his pitches. You gotta match that with just as much confidence at the plate. 1-2. Right over to Stewart. He fields this one cleanly and flips it over to Vasquez, covering the bag at second base for the final out of the inning. So, crisis averted for the Renegades. They did not allow all those runners to come around to score, but a good inning nonetheless for the Vikings. They cut this lead in half, and it's 4-2. We will head to the final half inning of these beginning innings. Score is 4-2 in favor of your Ohlone College Renegades. We'll be back in 30 seconds to a minute. Derek Bain, Julian Camera, and Joaquin Stewart all due up in the home half of the third for these Renegades, who find themselves leading 4-2. That lead has just been cut in half here in the top of the third inning, with the Vikings scoring 2. If you're just joining us, I'm Romano Galan. To my right is Bodie Warden. And folks, it's been a great matchup so far. The second place Vikings versus the first place Renegades. The Vikings of West Valley College, who have represented the Coast South in the last 2 years in the state championship, and we are seeing why. They're a scrappy team, and they are a very good team, and it's going to take every last inch of what both of these teams have for one of these two teams to walk away home with a victory today.
Yeah, I mean, this match so far, just through 2 full innings, or two and a half full innings, has been exactly what we expected. I mean, just really good pitching from Anderson to close out a 3-3 down in both innings, and then just one little miscue from the defense is all West Valley needs to put runs on the board.
Yep, and for Baum, I mean, he had trouble in the first inning trying to get settled in. In the second inning, didn't have as much trouble. Got to 2 out quickly, as that's a drop third strike, and the throw back to first base in time. So that'll be a second K of the day for Baum. No, correction, third K of the day for Baum. but he had some trouble getting settled in there in the first inning. In the second inning, got to 2 out quickly, ran into some trouble with back-to-back singles, but then retired the Renegades with a fly out to center field of Murphy. So here now is Canberra. Canberra struck out looking in his previous opportunity.
Yeah, Canberra wants to change that fortune of what happened in the first at-bat. He gets to see now what Bauman's going to be like and how he can attack this southpaw. And I mean, if he can just be poised, play smart, not overswing, Canberra should be able to have a good at-bat here.
And Canberra, of course, struck out deep to left field, way back there. Bye, bye, baby. Julian Canberra with his 3rd home run of the season and 23rd RBI, putting the Renegades further ahead by a score of 5-2. He just struck out with the bases loaded 2 innings ago and now makes up for it with a solo shot here in the bottom of the 3rd.
That is one of the biggest swings he's had all season, just for him specifically. He's been in a very rough cold patch this last really month, honestly, is what it's felt like. And that's his first big fly in months. I mean, this whole season, he's now shown up saying, I'm ready for the biggest game of the season, and I'm ready to show up right here, right now.
Joaquin Stewart ready to swing the bat now, takes for a strike. And it's 0-1. Now 18 bye-bye babies on the year. Who's going to get 19? Oh, man. That's going to be fun to figure out. 19, of course, being my favorite number.
Yep.
How about Chewy Vasquez for his first home run of the year?
I was just going to say, who is your favorite player?
My favorite player on this team?
Yeah, on this team.
Oh, boy. I'm going to have to give it to both Bain and Vasquez.
So let's say one of those two gets it.
0-2 delivery on the outside, and it's way too outside. Actually, why didn't I mention this sooner? Greenberg. Hello.
Oh,
strikeout guy.
Strikeout guy. Unfortunately, Greenberg does not swing the metal in the box, but.
Yeah. Definitely Greenberg. Undoubtedly my favorite pitcher. Sorry, Anderson and Foley. Love you both. 1-2. Center field, base hit. Back-to-back hits for the Renegades. And Joaquin is 2 of the 4 legs through the cycle.
He is. He's got arguably the hardest one out of the way.
Well, he's got the corners out of the way.
Yep. Just needs the 2 big swings now.
Yep. Now he needs the 180 and then 360 feet.
Yep.
Quite literally. Emmett Johnson to swing the bat now. Beautiful off speed there and breaking pitch from Baum to get ahead of the count, 0-1. That pitch started in the other batter's box and then broke its way high in middle of the zone for a strike. 0-1 bounces, and it's 1-1. Pitch on the outer half. 1-1, getting ready to come home. 70 miles an hour.
He's feeling that pitch out there.
In there for a strike.
And I can tell you,
again,
Johnson does not like that.
I mean, it's hard to diagnose. Looks like a screwball. 1-2. Fastball outside. And a snapback throw to first base to no avail. 2-2 the count. Of course, Joaquin Stewart is a guy that teams want to keep at bay on the base paths.
Yeah, you don't want Stewart running on you.
That's popped up and fouled. 2-2 now. Again to Emmett Johnson. Over to third for one. Back to first. Not in time there.
Great hustle by Johnson. I mean, I was thinking in my head before the at-bat was going, I was saying, Johnson could do anything right now other than roll into a double play. That would just kill his momentum, especially with Teo coming up. And he beats it out. He knows that he cannot be rolling into a double play in a situation like this. So he does a great job to just hustle as fast as he can and get out of here.
I mean, when you saw it on the ground, you thought to yourself, it's over. The inning is over. West Valley played that about as quick and as well as you can ask for around the horn, but just a second behind because of the hustle there from Emmett Johnson out of the box. And Emmett Johnson, of course, in the outfield, playing in right field today. That's the reason why he's in the outfield, because he's one of the fastest runners on the team. Teo Thompson, you can make the argument, is the fastest runner, and that's why he plays center field.
Yep. And that's why he's hitting 9. He's a secondary leadoff, as some would say.
And he does a great job in the 9-hole for these Renegades. Batting at .313, a .370 on base, .444 slugging. You got 2 home runs and 20 RBIs in your 9-hole. I mean, what else can you...
Not much.
Chases that 1-2 outside, or that 1-1 outside, rather, and now it's 1-2. Top of the order, due up after Thompson. 1-2. Stays back, but gets called on the backwards K again. So that'll be the second time he is down on the backwards K, and Baum's 4th strikeout of the day. 2 in that inning, but surrendering a solo home run to Julian Cambra to increase this Renegade lead to 5-2. A 3-run deficit for these Vikings as we head into the middle innings. 4th inning due up is going to be Montez Bays and Hill. We'll be back in 30 seconds to a minute on the Ohlone Athletics YouTube channel. Matthew Anderson, number 19 for these Renegades, a strong right-hander, accumulating 3 strikeouts on the mound, only surrendering 2 hits, and both of those hits allowing 2 runs to score. And that's been his line so far. It's been a solid day for him to begin his 4th inning of work. He's going to be facing Montez Bays and Hill. Of course, as I mentioned before, Montez was the closest hitter to ever impaling me with a BP home run in my entire life.
And probably will be the closest you'll ever be.
Hopefully. Montez, strong ground ball over to Kashia, and Kashia outdove it as it kicked off of his feet.
I wonder if there was some English on that ball. It might have cut back into him because I mean, he was dived to make a play on a Manny Machado kind of play. But all of a sudden, it just hits his back foot.
So they're going to go ahead and call that an E5. And here now is Bays. Grounded and fouled to the left side. Bays struck out looking in his previous opportunity. I just saw that transition that we have. That's nice.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
0-1 outside for a ball, 1-1. Ryan Bass threw 55 at bats. We mentioned, of course, 455 batting average, 508 on base, 4 home runs and 24 driven in, 3 doubles. That is lining through the outstretched glove of Kashia for a single through the 5-6 gap. I mean, if you like offense,
This is the game for you.
Up.
This is the game for you. Yeah, this is going to be a grind of a top of the fourth for Anderson, and just this whole defense. I mean, as a collective, both times that the Vikings have scored a run, it's come off of an error.
Popped up, right field. Johnson makes the play. Tagging is Montez, and he will get to third uncontested. No! He tagged up too early. He left second base too early, and it's a double play.
Wow.
And Montez can't believe it. And so West Valley obviously here is going to challenge that call, because that is a huge swing of momentum if it does happen. And right now, Bobby Hill, the head coach of West Valley, pleading his case, but he's not going to even get a counsel. So that will be a double play.
That is crazy. I mean, unfortunately, I don't know if you could see or not. I couldn't actually see Johnson catch the ball. I just saw him tag up and go. So, I have no idea if that was, I guess you could say, the correct call or not. I didn't even see it.
I saw it live, and, I mean, I couldn't tell you. It didn't look glaringly obvious to me, so you can take what you will from that, folks. And if you saw also, the West Valley bench was given a verbal warning, obviously frustration showing on their side, and I mean, I'm not going to tell them not to be. So the 0-0 in there for a strike. Colston, the second baseman, ready to swing the bat now, and it's 0-1. Wow, that is the first time I've seen that ever here at this level.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
0-1, foul back to the screen.
And like you said, that is a ginormous momentum swing, because all of a sudden now it's 0-2, 2 down, when it could have been an at-bat with only 1 out with runners on the corners.
Yeah, runners at the corners.
And what probably would have been runners at second and third, because I would have imagined they would have stolen a base.
Probably at some point. West Valley looking to try and be aggressive and trying to score as many runs as possible. Whether they have to sacrifice runners over and steal bags or not, I mean, they're willing to do so. They've proven that they would be all season long.
Yep.
So it does change the complexion of this game for sure, because right now it's a 3-run deficit, and I have a feeling the way this game is going, it could stay this close for a while.
I believe so too.
So every run you can get counts. 0-2, good block from Derek Bain there. Also, heads up from the Renegade defense there just to check it. I mean, most teams don't check when runners tag up or not, but I've seen this team do it quite a number of times now.
I remember we actually talked about that. I was saying, why wouldn't you check if the runner left early? Because there's nothing to lose. It's not like it's a challenge you're wasting. It's not like it's delaying the game. Just go stand on second base and see what happens, and that's what they did. And look at that, got a call.
Two and two. Just missed. Outer half. Got everybody saying ooh and ah.
I mean, he hasn't liked that spot most of the day so far, so.
It's been consistent.
It has been consistent. People are going to want it, but it's just been that little bit outside that that he's not going to call.
3-2 the count now. Colston, good at bat going. Runner goes, and he's going to walk. I mean, now it really does change the complexion because you would have had bases loaded with one out.
Mm-hmm.
Giglieri now ready to swing the bat. Still servicing here as a potential tying run. 2 runners on. Check swing. No go. 1-0 the count.
I think Anderson's just got to go back to his old reliable, just power him and just throw it in there.
Let's see if he does. 1-0. Way inside there. So 2-0, getting ready to come home now to Giglieri. Max Giglieri. Looking to extend the inning any way possible. Grounded over to third base and through the 5-6 gap. Getting waved home is going to be Bays. The play at the plate. Got him! Inning over. A great defensive inning from these Renegades, preventing a run from scoring. We'll be back in 30 seconds to a minute after this break. All right, we are back here, folks, on the Ohlone College Fremont campus. Bottom of the 4th inning, and, I mean, it was a frustrating top of the 4th for West Valley. Multiple missed opportunities, a play at the plate that didn't go their way, and Montez, who was trying to tag up from second to third, left early on a fly ball, resulting in a double play. So some runs left on the shelf for them. They'll have plenty of more opportunities, but now just got to try and shut out the Renegades here in the bottom of the 4th and keep the deficit right where it is. Kashia, Vasquez, and Medina all due up. Grounded over to third base. Good play on the charge there at third base, and a throw to first. Not in time. So Estrada, good job on the backhand there up against the baseline and made a strong throw to first base. Just couldn't get the put out.
Again, that's why Kashia is leading in bases. His speed is immaculate, especially coming from a left-handed hitter. out the box. He's thinking single.
I really don't think there's a slow base runner on this
There
Renegades
really
squad.
isn't. I mean, even our catcher Bane, he's a great base runner.
We've seen him hit plenty of doubles. I know he's had a triple, has he?
I think so. Wait, let me see. He has 1 triple.
Yeah. Pretty sure I saw that triple.
Huh.
That's why I remember it. I was like thinking to myself, a catcher?
Mhm.
Really? Vasquez now, the 1-0, in there for a strike.
Well, Bane really isn't your normal catcher.
Hello, we have a new pitcher. It's going to be Colin Melrose. That is grounded over to third base. Estrada going to let this one go.
Wow.
It hits the bag and stays fair. Oh, that's just unfair luck for Estrada. Twice, lightning has struck his direction.
When you're hot, you're hot. I mean, in a game where Vasquez has been cooling down first time all season, he's been below 400. And he comes out and goes 3 for 3 to start.
So, correction, folks. I thought it was an 8, I thought it was a 9 being Melrose. It's an 8. So, Julian Ito is going to be the pitcher now, making his 13th appearance on the season with a 5.25 ERA out of the pen. Medina squaring up to bunt, and it pulls back on it, and it's a called strike on the outer half. I mean, for Estrada, that was absolutely not his call to let that one go. Everybody in the infield was saying, let it go, let it go. That's a ground or a bunt that is going to be called dead ball. 0-2 the count now.
Yep.
But for Estrada, I mean, just unfortunate. Lightning struck twice in the same spot. Just had a nice play on ground ball. Didn't make any mistake whatsoever because she had just beat the throw. Then made the right decision on a ground ball that was rolling on the line for what felt like an eternity.
Oh my goodness,
and
it
was going to leak fair if there was another 10 feet to travel to the bag, but then hitting the bag last minute and staying fair. And of course, for those of you that don't know, that saw that for the first time, if a ground ball stays fair down the line, then hits the bag, it's immediately a fair ball. That is to the left center field gap, but a nice play there on the charge from Outmark for the first out of the inning.
So the Vikings might be thinking, it's Murphy. We've already gotten him out twice. This seems pretty easy, right? Just get him out a third time. Not the case whatsoever. Murphy has been seeing the ball so well today. His last out was a line out, on a missile over to left field. So I would be more nervous in this at-bat if I was going against the previous at-bat of Medina.
In there with a strike from Ito on a fastball. Of course, Murphy's first at-bat, he kind of caught it off the skinny end of the bat and just popped it up to short. But that second time, it was a screaming line drive to left field, but Guillieri over in left field. Pickoff move, got him. Kachia picked off at second base. And we have not seen that very often.
Funny enough, it's been Kashia both times.
Yeah. Last time was against Kenyatta, his old squad.
Yep. And what's crazy about that pickoff move and just the ability for him to execute it, the thing that Kashia does a lot is he's a bouncer. He is bouncing up and down all the time on the base path. And unluckily enough for Kashia, the pitcher timed it perfectly to when he was in the air that he goes to throw it, so he has to land and then run back to his second base, and he just move.
And of course, as a right-hander, your peripheral vision can allow you, depending on where you're standing and how you're angled, you can see the runner at second base in your peripheral. I wonder if Ito saw that Kashia had leapt and then decided to pick him off. This is to center field. Way back there! Bye! Bye, baby! A gem shot! Center field home run by Murphy. Oh my goodness. His first dinger of the year. plating home his 17th and 18th RBI, and putting the Renegades once again in the lead, further now by 5. And I say once again because I thought it was a 4-run lead. My math didn't math properly. Because I was going to say once again by 4, but it's 5 now.
Yeah, I mean, that's quite literally what I've been saying. He's been hitting the ball hard. I would be scared of this at-bat if I were the Vikings. Murphy is looking to do some damage. So they tried to appeal over at first base, saying that he missed the bag. But
now they're appealing to
now
second
they're appealing
base.
second. They're just walking around appealing. It might be a little bit salty on that last appeal that happened.
Yeah.
Trying to get the Renegades back.
Now, of course, with the 5-run deficit, this won't be in play unless this game gets closer. I do feel like this is not even close to being over yet. But with Kashia getting picked off just a moment ago, would have been a 3-run homer.
Yeah,
for
I mean,
Murphy. So that
8-2 is.
Yeah, that extra run could be big.
It could. I mean, if this game comes down to a 1-run, deficit from the Renegades or the Vikings, whatever it might be, that 1 run could be the big difference. But I mean, we're seeing an offensive game. The wind's been helping them.
Fouled off to the right side, and it's 1-2. Yeah, I just picked up what the guys in front of us were saying. Nobody has hit it out to dead center. That's correct.
And
we
on
haven't seen a home run to center field
low
this year.
inside on the knees home run, by the way. Keep in mind.
Yeah, it was a jam shot, 400 feet plus. That's grounded over to first base. Montez makes it himself. So that'll end the inning. We will head into the 5th, but not before the Renegades plate home 2 of them. Another dinger, this time from Christian Murphy. A 2-run shot from the freshman first baseman, DHing today. Renegades now lead by 5 as we head to the 5th. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Matthew Anderson going to get a 5th inning of work. He's only surrendered 4 hits and 2 runs through those 4 hits, and has allowed a total of 2 runners on via free pass. So far today, only a total of 7 base runners in total. 8 base runners because of the 2 errors. So 8 base runners, 2 of them scoring. Been incredibly efficient day by this Renegade defense, despite the 2 errors, because it was all defensive effort that kept runs from scoring just an inning ago. Yep. And that's a line drive, extra base hit from Altmark before I even had a chance to introduce him for his 3rd at-bat of the day. He's now 2 for 3 with a double and a single. So Altmark saying, I don't need to be introduced. My play speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Well, I'll introduce Crystal. not having a particularly great day. The Two home runs today, but plenty of time to turn it around for him.
2 strikeouts today.
2 strikeouts. What did I say?
Home runs.
2 home runs. Wow. One in the world. ADHD again, folks.
The polar opposites.
Polar opposites. Hey, he could still maybe have 2 of them. Ow. That was a pop.
That was a pop.
Crystal 12 dingers on the year, of course. 3rd in the state in that category. Outside for a ball. 1-1.
You know you're hitting a lot of home runs when you're 3rd in the state. I mean, 3rd in the state is a high number to be in home runs.
I remember 1-1. Here it comes. Check swing. 2-1 the count now. Oh, good Lord. The guy that plays for USF. How am I forgetting his name already? Forget what I was saying. ADHD, I hate you.
Forgotten.
2-1. Getting ready to come home. Bounced over the head of Anderson. Joaquin Stewart. Throw to first in time.
Great play by Joaquin over there at second base. I mean, he making up for his miscue earlier in the game with a fantastic play to keep the runner at second base and also get the out at first from, I mean, just the absolute hitting threat that is the DH.
Crystal. I can't believe I forgot this name. This is such a terrible, terrible moment for me, but Jackson Nystrom.
Oh, Nystrom.
Come on now.
Thought you were pulling some name out of the water that I wasn't aware of, but poor Nystrom.
No,
what just happened to Caden Kashia?
I have no idea what just happened to Caden Kashia at third base. He's retying his shoe.
I think that's a bluff.
He did a little somersault at third base over there as there was a pickoff move to second to no avail.
What?
Funny how both of our eyes shot that way and not to where the ball went.
I saw the pickoff and then I immediately see Kashia just flying over there at third base.
Estrada 1 for 2 today, a single and a fly out.
Murphy hit your 19. Murphy was number 19. Look at that.
Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't Bain or Chewy.
Bye-bye, baby number 19.
But it was his first, though. So.
It was his first. Yeah, I mean,
that's
a big
for
number
him.
to have.
And he's been threatening all year, too. I mean, he has been showing his pop all year.
Maybe Chewy Vasquez will be saving it for a big moment. Or maybe not, actually, if you know what I mean. Definitely not saving it for a big moment. One and two getting ready to come home. Swung on and missed.
Got him with the old reliable there. That's just a classic. When you're a power pitcher, you have that threat at all times. Throw it high, and they're going to swing. And that's exactly what he did. Threw an 89 miles an hour up at the eyebrows and got him swinging.
That's his 4th of the day that he just picked up.
Nice.
In terms of strikeouts.
This crow has been circling the field all game. He's been flying around up on the netting.
Maybe it's the crow that stole a hot dog a few years ago.
Could be once more. He's back for more.
Like, the humans are back. The humans are back.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and there he goes. Back in his nest on the tall tree behind us.
Nest. Oh, one getting ready to come home to D'Amelio. Outside and 1-1. I mean, right now, the Vikings really do not want this to happen. They do not want to strand Altmark with the leadoff double here after surrendering 3 unanswered runs from the Renegades. You get that run home, you feel a little bit better about yourself, especially with 2 out.
Yep.
And they're one strike away from stranding the runner. D'Amelio is also a guy to do it with. To left field. And that's going to be down for an RBI. Strong throw. Uh-oh!
Oh, my goodness!
Got him! Are you kidding me, Medina?
My.
I am shocked. Medina, a repeat performance with a strike to home plate to steal another run from the Vikings. Unreal. Lightning has struck twice again for these Vikings. We'll be back in 30 seconds. We are back here on the Ohlone College Fremont campus. And folks, I mean, the defender of the year in left field, Jordan Medina. I mean, 9 times out of 10, that line drive base hit scores a run. But in back-to-back innings, lightning has struck from left field for these Vikings. And, I mean, it really honestly has just been a lot of misfortune for them that hasn't gone their way. A couple of ground balls over at third base that they did not get the better end of, and now 2 plays at the plate that they did not get the better end of. And honestly, that round around the bag sent home from Altmark from second to home on the single from D'Amelio was incredibly played on both ends. It just came down to the fact that Jordan Medina just had a 1 in a million 99 overall throw.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever in real life seen and been in the presence of a better throw than that.
And that is a play that we will probably not see again, and if we do, it'll be a while from now.
Yeah, that was extremely impressive. And those are 2 huge plays because both of them get you out of the inning, which would have continued for more runs being scored.
Left field and deep, way back there. Bye, baby! Camera's second of the day. Well, Camera's backwards K in the first inning must have left some bad taste in his mouth because it has been nothing but perfect since then. A third dinger of the day for these Renegades, improving the lead to 8-2. And here now is Joaquin Stewart. We have 20 bye-bye babies on the air.
Wow.
Pitch on the outside from Ito. 1-0 the count now to Joaquin Stewart. Stewart 2 for 2 today. He's had a triple and a single. This to center field. Way back there, but in the park, and the play is made by Altmark.
It's all of a sudden turned into batting practice.
Well, it's becoming one of those games now. Everybody sees something in the air, and they're thinking, oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, confidence is palpable, isn't it?
It is.
Here now is Emmett Johnson. Emmett goes around, and it's 0-1. Speaking of bye-bye babies, he was the one who got it started for us this year.
He was.
First one of the year here on the Fremont campus between softball and baseball. One thing that has been a welcome surprise is the amount of home runs softball has hit this year.
Yes. Yes.
In years prior, home runs have really never been attached to that softball team. One, two. It bounces, but Emmett Johnson went around on it and didn't really find out up until
the very end, yeah.
At the very end when Bays tagged him out. So that'll be a strikeout. Here now is Teo Thompson. Teo Thompson just looking for a different outcome at this point. Two backwards Ks, and that's a better outcome, indeed. Single right back up the middle that almost caught a piece of alt, had some tail on it, and thankfully so. And Teo Thompson was like, I am not striking out again.
Yeah, not doing it again.
I am getting a one-pitch outcome a la Sienna Vigil style.
Yep.
And here now is Caden Kashia. Kashia today, 1 for 2 with a walk. Ooh, almost got hit just now.
Yeah, this has turned into some kind of game for the Renegades here. And just putting all the West Valley Vikings pitchers in an uncomfortable situation. They're just not happy with how they're performing right now. Giving up a run in an inning in every inning except for the bottom of the second.
And I mean, right now, you have to just preach. Do not get frustrated on that side. I mean, the moment you let the frustration take hold, it makes it more difficult to try and work your way out of it. That'll be a 4-3 ground now to end the inning. I mean, right now, all the West Valley guys have to keep doing is hitting. They're hitting. They're just not getting lucky. So just keep hitting, and I mean, eventually those runs are going to fall through. They are down by 6. They got plenty of time remaining in this game to try and make a good story out of it. Down 6 with 12 outs to go. We'll be back after this quick break. Anderson to begin his 6th inning of work. He's going to be facing off against Montez, Bays, and Hill. And right now, I mean, the Vikings just got to keep the approach that they have at the plate. They have 6 hits as a team, a little bit snake-bitten with 2 plays at the plate to not allow 2 runs to score. And I mean, right now, oh, that's a drive to left field, and deep. Montez with a home run. We've been saying it all day. He had the strongest BP session out of anybody today, and I had a feeling today he was going to go deep, and there it is. Jordan Montez, it'll be his 11th on the season. He was 4th in the state in that category beginning play today. Still 4th after that home run, trailing behind Parker Crystal, his teammate.
Yeah, just an amazing swing. I mean, just early in the count, coming out hard. You know Anderson's in his groove, so he's just going to throw first pitch fastballs.
Diving play made by Kashia, the hot corner, a strong throw to first, 5-3.
We are seeing some defensive specialists today on the field right now.
And we're just seeing like haymaker after haymaker in every aspect of the game right now.
Yeah.
Both of these teams are just throwing everything they got at each other. Delivery getting ready to come home now. That is flared out to center field. Teo Thompson there. And so far, 3 pitches, 3 outcomes.
3 outcomes, 1 big fly and 2 first pitch outs.
Here now is Colston with 2 out.
And, I mean, I bet when Anderson first started this inning, he's thinking, dang, that kind of sucks having a first pitch home run. But now getting 2 outs immediately on the next 2 pitches, he's like, you know what, it doesn't even matter. As long as it was a first pitch outcome, so I've only pitched 3 pitches in this inning.
Yep.
So he's on pace to go deep. I mean, even farther, hoping 7th, maybe 8th.
Yeah. I mean, he could.
Or actually,
we're
in the 6th. Yeah, 7th, maybe 8th.
He could be getting a 7th for sure. That's
Wow.
gonna be 4 first pitch outcomes.
Wow, that's basically a
Vasquez,
3-pitch inning.
6-3.
I mean, if you get rid of the home run, there's a 3-pitch immaculate inning right there.
Well, that was a very quick top of the 6th, and for the Vikings, I mean, conflicting. You got the run that you needed just to kind of break the unanswered scoring frenzy of 4 runs put up by the Renegades, but then followed up by 3 straight first pitch outs. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this quick break. Ito's still on the mound for the Vikings. Bottom of the 6th inning, final inning of the middle innings before we reach the witching hour here in the Fremont campus of Ohlone College. Due up for the Renegades, Vasquez, Medina, and Murphy. Murphy had the second of 4 home runs hit by both teams today. The first and third was hit by Julian Cameron. Montez of the Vikings just now hit the 4th. I mean, if you like offense, we got 11 runs put up here as we are getting ready to finish the 6th inning. Bottom of the 6th inning action here. 3 outs to accumulate for the Vikings. Renegades looking to try and add to a lead, which spans 5 runs. I mean, it's just been an incredible game, folks. We hope you guys have been enjoying it back at home the way we've been enjoying bringing it to you here from the Fremont campus. This is to right field. Pretty back there. And a nice play on the run there by D'Amelio. Not an easy play at all.
Not an easy play whatsoever. I mean, Vasquez showing his ability to go both sides of the field with a very deep fly ball to right field. I mean, just not enough pop. I mean, more push-ups, something, more hips in it. But Vasquez, he doesn't trade his swing plane and his what am I trying to think of? His fundamentals, that's the word. He doesn't trade fundamentals for power, and that's what's so great about him.
He's a very educated hitter, but also a very disciplined player as well.
How storybook would this be if Medina just hits one out right now? 2 put-outs at home plate and just goes yard for the fun.
If Medina puts one out right now, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Swung on and missed there, 1-1. Well, he got a piece of it, rather.
Yep.
Good job by Base to handle it behind the plate. And it's just going to be a warning to Ito for that disengagement.
Umpires have to worry about so much more rules nowadays.
Yeah.
It's gotten so, like, I mean, shout out to them, but it's just like you got to worry about the engagement, all these things.
Popped up. This is in play. Behind home plate. Bays tosses the mask and makes the play. I mean, that had the look of a catcher who just dies to have plays like that.
Yeah, he's extremely comfortable behind the plate on fly balls like that. I mean, he found exactly where it was going to end and just sat there. Normally you see a catcher kind of shuffle around not knowing where the ball's going to spin out, where it's going to fly to. And he literally, it's like he knew where it was going to go. He found the pinpoint spot and just stood there and it was in his glove.
Murphy takes a fastball in there for a strike. He's 1 for 2 today, or 1 for 3 today, rather, with the solo homer.
And every at-bat being an amazing at-bat so far, too.
2-run homer correction. 0-1. Ito now with the 1-1 delivery home. Here it comes. Grounded and foul to the left side. And it's 1-2. That pitch is outside and high.
He really wanted that one. Wanted until he realized that's not going to be a strike.
Grandpa Kashia said, hit the like button, everyone. It helps.
Yes, Grandpa Kashia.
Thank you, Grandpa
yes.
Kashia.
You know, we're almost, I think we're 6 subscribers away from 500.
We might have actually just hit it. That's grounded over to the pitcher, Ito, who makes the play to first base for the final out of the inning. We are almost there. 496 subscribers. Folks, if you get us to 500, no special prizes, but we will be very happy. So 4 of y'all, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. It's free, and you can change your mind. I totally did not get that from a YouTuber who does Minecraft. We'll be back in 30 seconds to a minute. It is the witching hour here on the Fremont campus. Welp, our estimation that Matthew Anderson would get a seventh inning. What am I saying? Eighth has been correct. And folks, on my other YouTube account. I am now the 498th subscriber.
We need 2 more.
We need 2 more, folks.
And keep in mind, before Armando, you and I started doing this, before we were here, it was at 300. So
solid.
We're improving. We're getting viewers to sub.
Due up here in this top of the 7th, Giglieri, Altmark, and Crystal. That is to center field. Wow.
What
Roped.
a rocket.
Oh, my Lord.
That is now, by the way, 5 batters on first pitch swings in a row to Anderson.
What in the world is going on right now? This game, I feel like we say this all the time. This game is all kinds of weird.
It is all kinds of weird. It's all kinds of crazy today.
Here now is Altmark. He was the victim of an incredible play made in left field by Jordan Medina.
We
Folks,
hit it. We hit it.
We've hit the number, 501 subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing this season and helping us almost double the subscriber count.
Yeah, almost.
Oh, 1 coming home. Inside, and it's going to be 1-1 now.
Must have been weird for Anderson not having someone hit the first pitch. It's 5 in a row.
Yeah. And now it's 2 pitches in a row with no contact.
Yep. I wonder if the coaching staff was saying just keep doing this until we start getting hits, because Anderson's not going to want to pitch around you. He wants to get ahead in the count. And that's really the reason why every at-bat's been so difficult for this Vikings team, because Anderson's ahead and he's in a dominating position. So if they can just swing early, then, there goes the ahead in the count mentality.
Yep. 1-2 getting ready to come home now to Altmark. Here it comes. Altmark gets his bat to it, grounds it over to Stewart, who loses it there at second base. And now we have a rundown between second and third, and also first and second. So Altmark gets to second safely, and on the play, Giglieri is going to be tagged out at third base. Everybody is yelling out of the baseline. So let me explain what just happened. From second base, on the ground ball.
What an oddity.
Yeah. So on the ground ball, Stewart went to try and tag Giglieri, who was going to second base. They collided with each other, and Stewart lost the ball. And so behind Stewart, Chuy Vasquez went to go grab it in short right field. Giglieri took a very weird round around the bag and looked like he was out of the baseline in between second and third.
I mean, he was in the outfield grass.
Yeah, he was basically out in the outfield grass. And so the ball was thrown over to the left side of the infield, I believe to Kashia, who was going to get him caught on a rundown. And the defense heads up and aware, covering on the left side of the infield and getting Giglieri on that rundown. Altmark sees this and rounds the bag at first base and goes to second safely. But then Giglieri was tagged out trying to get to third base. And now Curran trying to get an explanation from this umpiring crew as to what exactly the calls are on the field and what they saw compared to what he saw there on that play.
Well, a great rundown, too, by Stewart. He started the whole thing with the ball popping out of his glove, and then he runs him down to actually make a leaping tag before he can get to third. So very, very good effort all around. And after that, we can see, too, Chuy Vasquez and Joaquin talking about Vasquez just saying, hey, make sure both your hands are on the ball in the glove at the time of the tag, because if they're not, I mean, it's going to be exactly what just happened there. It's going to be a pop out and result in something else. So overall, just gave them 1 out with a runner second.
So I have no idea how to mark that on my scorebook. I'm just going to mark it as a 5 unassisted and move on.
Yeah.
Just.
Or actually, I guess it'd be a 4.
It would be a 4 to 6 to 5 or something like that.
Well, wouldn't it be a 4 assist anyway because Joaquin tagged him out?
Oh, Joaquin tagged him out.
Joaquin dove and tagged him out.
Okay, so I'll give 4 assists.
Yeah, it would have been like 4, 6, 5, 4 put out.
Good job there by Bain to knock that one down in front of him. Crystal, 0 for 3 today. Quiet day from him. Fourth chance at the plate. Right now, this would be a ultimate moment for these Vikings to get an extra base hit, but I feel like I've been saying that all day long, too. 1-0. Bounce to the plate, 2-0. I mean, for this Renegade squad, their defensive effort all around has just been incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny we say that because there's 3 errors up on the board.
Yeah.
But, I mean, one of those errors obviously resulted in the 2 runs in that inning, being Joaquin, he could have turned a double play.
Nice grab there by Kashia at the hot corner.
Wow. Oh, my goodness. That's now many plays over there at third base that Kashia has made where it's just standout. I mean, that was hit on a rope coming from Crystal, who's one of the better hitters on the team, if not the best, and just gets down in a catcher squat, picks it. No big deal.
Grandpa Kashia said, make sure the entire Ohlone roster goes online and subscribes.
Oh, yeah.
Or they all run practice.
They all run during practice.
They all run practice, he says. They all run during practice. I mean, they're gonna run after this game, win, lose, or tie.
Yep.
So I'll say they have to climb Mission Peak barefoot.
Whoa. That is a punishment. That's a punishment. Too much cow poop up there.
Absolutely not. They have to play a game tomorrow. So Estrada, 1-0, and this is to right field and deep. To the track, it's gone. For David Estrada, it's his 4th home run of the year. That'll be plating home his 49th and 50th RBI of the year.
That'll be his 51st and 52nd, I believe. He had the 2 RBIs earlier, I'm pretty sure, unless I'm just lying.
No.
I'm lying.
He did not. The only time he got a hit was when both the runners were stranded at second and first.
Wow, why did I say that earlier? We said something about that, too. Interesting. My apologies.
And that is to center field. Thompson making the play in right center. Honestly, more in right field than it was in center to end the inning. So it is 8-5 now, and the Vikings find themselves once again within striking distance. A 3-run deficit. Renegades to respond here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Once again, we are in the witching hour here on the Fremont campus. Is Ito's still out there on the mound for the West Valley Vikings. And, folks, for David Estrada, he is the first player in the entire state to get to 50 RBIs this season. He is the leader in RBI, and what a way to do it. A 2-run homer in a crucial moment for his team to seemingly keep them in the game, at least as the score stands for now, 8-5, getting them back within striking distance. And for the Renegades, it's going to be Bain, Canberra, and Stewart due up. I'm going to go around the league with some scores in softball and baseball. First, starting with baseball, folks. Of course, here it's 8-5 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Over in the top of the 6th inning at San Francisco State University, De Anza, the Mountain Lions, ahead 8-3. Over at Monterey Peninsula, the Lobos lead the Seahawks 5-1. And over in Salinas, it is a 10-3 game in favor of the Hartnell College Panthers. At Skyline, no score reported between them and Chabot, but Chabot ended up taking home the victory against Skyline on Tuesday, so that'll be an interesting matchup to see. This is popped up to center field, playable depth, and the first out of the inning. And over at San Mateo City College, the Bulldogs lead Kenyatta by a score of 8-3 in the bottom of the sixth. And for softball today, folks, so far today, the Ohlone College Renegades not getting run ruled in the bottom of the fourth. 4-0 is the score.
Wow.
San Mateo and San Jose are renewing acquaintances, and it's 10-0 over there. Hartnell dominated their way to a win against Chabot by a score of 16-5, and right now the Cabrillo Seahawks leading the MPC Lobos 5-0. How about that? So both our baseball and softball teams are playing against West Valley, and then the same thing for Cabrillo and MPC.
Wow.
Both baseball and softball, they're playing each other, all at different sites also.
Yeah, they're all, no one's doubleheadering or anything like that. No one's, two men on the job.
Canberra's having himself an incredible day. I think he probably teed himself off a little bit when he had a backwards K with the bases loaded in the first inning, because since then, 2 dingers.
Talk about a way to turn around from a missed opportunity. Oh my gosh.
And if that one, if he would have stayed back on it, could have potentially been number 3. If not, definitely extra bases if it doesn't find a glove. 2-2 the count now. And Ito really wants to win this matchup in particular. 2-2. Camera has popped up. Can't see it at third base, so it's going to be up to Hill at short, and Hill's got it.
That's one Camera wanted back. He seemed frustrated he missed that pitch. That was one almost right in his wheelhouse.
I mean, he can't have them all. He's got
Can't have them all.
2 for 4 day.
It's baseball. 2 for 4 with 2 home runs is already way more than what anyone was, what you're expecting as a player. Yeah, I mean.
Here's Stewart. He's having himself a great day in the 7-hole as usual. A triple, a single, and a fly out. 2 for 3. In there for a strike. I always love it when we get to this point in the game where we're like, all right, we've named all the stats.
Yeah.
Now we just got to talk
chat.
about how everybody is doing so far today. 0-1 in there for a strike on the swing from Stewart, and it's 0-2. I wonder if some of the guys are going to be at the Tasty Hut today. I might go stop by just for a minute.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, the Tasty Hut is a little small building of a kind of a fast food joint, I'd say, just a burger joint in general.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. I mean, it's great food over there.
And it doesn't taste synthetic or like garbage or anything. It actually kind of tastes gourmet. So I wonder what type of ingredients they actually do use. 1-2. Swung on and missed. Good inning from Ito. 1-2-3 go the Renegades. 2 flyouts and a strikeout. So we are getting ready to go midway through the witching hour here in the late innings. Top of the 8th due up. It's 8-5 in favor of the Renegades. Due up is D'Amelio, Montez, and Bays. We got ourselves a game. We'll be back in 30 seconds or more. hold for 2 weeks now. Montez, Bays, and Hill all due up. And folks, we are having ourselves a great game here. Ground ball over to Stewart to Vasquez, 6-3 ground out there. And it was Montez who led it off. I forgot to update Emilio's previous at-bat then. So I'll just put out for now. But Montez had a home run in his previous opportunity. Now a ground out there on the first pitch. Are we about to start a first pitch streak?
We might start a first pitch streak. This is exactly what Anderson needs if he wants to go full game. If he wants to go see Gio here, this is the perfect situation for him.
And so no pinch hitter to speak of here. So I think this
they're reviewing or talking about the last play. They thought that Canberra took his foot off too early off the bag, so he would have been safe. But no one.
Good catch there, partner.
Yeah, no one said anything. No one. The umpires were like, I didn't see it. Those things at a level where you got only 2 umpires manning the field, they're doing the best they can. You got one. A home plate umpire is hard to just see if the foot is off too early or not. He's not going to be staring at that. So it's very hard to get calls overturned in community college baseball.
1-0 the delivery now. Here it comes. Swung on and missed.
So the first pitch streak is gone. It was one at bat.
Bays so far today 1 for 3, and he was one of 2 play at the plate victims from Jordan Medina over in left field. I mean, it's kind of hard to pick a player of the game right now because those plays that Medina made in left field right now, without those plays, it's a 1-run game.
Yeah, and maybe even more because that ends the inning, and who knows on a 2-out rally what you're getting. So
West Valley could be in the lead right now.
Exactly.
You can make that argument. This is to right field and deep, gone again. I mean, this is getting ridiculous. This is the 7th home run of the day. Unreal. What a day today.
Wow.
And for Bays' individual numbers, Ryan Bays, his 5th home run of the day. This is the most home runs I've seen in one game in this league.
Yeah.
Of course, me and my math is always great. Left center field, down for a base hit. Hello, Hill. Doesn't need to be spoken for. His play speaks for itself. Of course, I'm always 1 number ahead, folks.
You are.
6 home runs. Let's dial it back there.
Yep.
6. Still the most I've ever seen
3
in
for
one
each
game
team.
in
3
this
for
league.
Each team, yep.
I mean, May is coming really quickly. Both of these teams are looking like really tough outs in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Already.
This is, from Tuesday, this is a polar opposite game. Tuesday, you could tell the Renegades were asleep, not ready for what was coming from the Vikings. All of a sudden, now both teams are wide awake and ready for just dominance. And I wouldn't be surprised if, this is exactly how they're going to be fighting for their playoff spot when it comes down to it in May.
0-1 is in there for a strike, and it's 0-2 now. Colston, the batter, servicing as a potential tying run. 8-6 the score. Here it comes from Anderson. Foul to the right side. Well, I had that one word, ineffable, to describe that one softball game that we did a few weeks ago.
Is this now ineffable?
I don't know if I can utilize the word of the day twice, the same word,
Might
but
as well.
I'm gonna go ahead and do it.
Just do it.
Ineffable. This game is. Diving play by Vasquez, in and out of the glove of Stewart. Oh boy.
Amazing play at shortstop by Vasquez, and he was smart enough to know I can get a play at second base. But, he had to make a quick transfer and a quick throw, and great job picking it from Stewart, but just unfortunately just got out of the glove barely.
So they're going to rule that a base hit.
I mean, now you're in a tough spot. Anderson's been dealing, and I mean, he hasn't been bad at all. This has been amazing pitching for him. The Vikings have just been hitting the right pitches, and all of a sudden, when the ball's in play, it's resulting in a positive outcome for them when it was negative earlier in the day. So I wouldn't be surprised if Anderson probably pitches one or if he can get out of this inning quickly. But if he gives up one more hit or one more runner on base, I think he will be pulled.
So now, Guillieri is going to be coming up to the plate, servicing as the potential go-ahead run. I mean, this game has just been so incredibly well contested.
Yep.
And I mean, there was some thought maybe when the Renegades went up by 5 that they might have been pulling away, and then they went up by 6, and you thought to yourself, yeah, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not here. Not at this table. Not at all. We've seen crazier things happen, and we have seen one heck of a contested game. I mean, it's been so close this entire way through. Even when the score might not have been close, you looked at the play on the field and you said to yourself, this is dead even.
Yeah.
This is dead even.
This is almost kind of the same repeat of what Hartnell last series when the Renegades were up 10-2 and it became 10-8.
Although this one you kind of saw coming a little bit more. West Valley, no discredit to them. You never really saw it coming. Nice play by Bain there behind the backstop for the out.
Batter trying to plead his case that it hit the net, but definitely did not.
I mean, might as well.
Yep, just
plead
say
every
something.
Case you got
just
here.
say whatever you can.
Here now is Altmark. Altmark at the leadoff spot has had a great day. He's reached on a fielder's choice, had a double, had a single, and then flew out in the first inning. Oh, delivery home outside for a ball, 1-0. Anderson trying to finish an 8th inning of work. He's got 2 out. One-0 in there for a strike.
This is a very stressful situation.
Absolutely.
You've got one of the better, I mean, probably the best hitter today, one of the better hitters today on the plate who's just been dominating in every situation. And then Anderson who's just pumping it. He's doing amazing today.
Check swing. That was a called strike. So 1-2 the count now. Here comes. Swung on and missed. Renegades are going to be leading by 2 as we head into the bottom of the 8th. And right now, they absolutely feel like they need some insurance. And there's some question here about what the call was, and they're going to call him out. I'm not sure what that was about. We're just going to go ahead and take a break, and we'll be back in 30 seconds or more. Well, folks, I've used my word of the day to describe this game, ineffable, which is a word that you can use to describe something that is so crazy and out of the ordinary that no words are really able to describe it. That is the Mondo-ized definition of that word.
They've made a word that describes no words in the dictionary.
Yeah. So I'll get the actual dictionary definition of such a word. So that way I get you the exact words of it. So this is exactly from the dictionary. Too great or too extreme to be expressed or described in words. That's what I have made of this game so far, folks. Let us know what you guys have made of this game so far. What word comes to mind? 0-1 delivery coming home. Due up for the Renegades. Hadn't said that yet, by the way. Johnson, Thompson, and Kashia. And right now, they want some insurance heading into the top of the 9th inning.
Also, shout out Ida, the pitcher. He's been pumping for a long time now. I thought there'd be a multiple pitching kind of day from West Valley, but I think they're saving their big arms and their very good ones for later in the series, being tomorrow at West Valley.
They definitely want to not dig into that bullpen very much, and the Renegades echoing the same sentiments. Yep. Anderson has pitched through 8 innings, giving up 12 hits and 6 runs.
Yeah, when you see 12 hits, 6 runs, that's usually not something you think is going to go a full 8. That's usually around 6 innings, maybe 7 innings at most, but 8 strong innings of. I mean, and if you see the score, 6 runs, 12 hits, you're thinking, he kind of got beat up here and there, but Anderson's been dominating.
He's only given up 4 earned runs, as 2 of the runs that scored came off of 1 error.
Yep.
And then subsequently, I mean, the Renegade defense stole 2 runs away from this Viking squad, if you're just joining us, because of incredible plays made in left field by Jordan Medina to have 2 plays at the plate that erased 2 runs from scoring from these Vikings. And I mean, I said it when we were up 6, and I said right now, I mean, not really in play, but if this game gets closer again, which we thought would happen, it becomes even more increased, the significance of those plays, because right now we'd have a tie contest at best.
Yeah.
At worst, West Valley would be in the lead.
Yeah, because who knows what would have happened. I mean, it's a who knows story.
3-2, and that's fouled off to the left side again. I see some hikers over there at Mission Peak.
Great day to do this. I mean,
Great
just fantastic day to go hiking up Mission Peak.
I want to go hiking on Saturday, but we'll see.
Where's the butt come in? Why not do it?
The reason why is because I haven't gone to the gym very much this week. Shortstop, 6-3, just in time.
Great stretch by the first baseman. My goodness.
Yeah.
Almost in the full splits there.
And a good job by Hill to not rush the throw and not rush his mechanics. Let the ball travel to him and make a nice, strong throw. I mean, a lot of times, you see shortstops get a little bit impatient and try to charge the ball, and they make a mistake doing so. But Hill trusting his arm on that play. Here now is Teo Thompson. Teo Thompson had a single in his last opportunity. Has had 2 backwards Ks as well today. Looking to try and find a way aboard once again. (1-0). That's a ball, and it's 2-0.
It really is funny this like psychological warfare that's going on when a hitter shows bunt. It impacts the pitcher so much. I mean, you would have no idea. But what I was always taught, and what a lot of people were always taught that I heard about, was just pitch to the bat.
This is the center field. Playable depth pretty far back there, but second out of the inning recorded. Caden Kachia's turn. He'll be having his 5th at-bat of the day. So far today is 1 for 3 with a walk, fly out, a single, and a 4-3 ground out. Ito 1 out away. 0-0 delivery outside for a ball 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, if Ito can keep the Renegades to 3 scoreless innings in this back half of this game, that's exactly what this coaching staff needed him to do.
Well, I mean, especially because you have the third and fourth best home run hitters in the state due up first 2 bats in the top of the 9th. This is the situation the Vikings really wanted to manufacture their way to, and they've done it.
Yeah,
it has not been easy either. They've earned every aspect of this game. And so now Kashia is going to get a warning for a disengagement.
Well, there's many things that happened there, actually. Kashia steps out because he realized that Ito wasn't doing something. He was putting his hands up like, hey, are you going to catch this blue? And then umpire called time, and now he's taking a chat, writing down batter timeout most likely.
And so all cleared up now. 1-1 the count. One home. Outside for a ball. 2-1.
I'm gonna give you a guess here, little guessing game. Who do you think is gonna come in the 9th for the Renegades?
Ooh,
There's a big spot for a relief pitcher.
Baptist, I think maybe.
Brennan Baptist. I am either going with Bryce Monty or Ben Thompson.
Actually, Ben Thompson. Strike 3 called.
I don't know why he twirled his bat like that was a walk. It was a 2-2 count. Kind of funny.
How about neither?
How about Matthew Anderson? Oh, my goodness.
To finish this game.
Oh, come on.
Oh, boy.
Things are getting serious now.
Folks, we'll be back in 30 seconds after this break. All right, folks, gonna paint a picture around the league real quick. In the softball world right now, as I mentioned before, Hartnell took home the win 16-5. Cabrillo still up 6-0 right now against MPC in the top of the 6th. San Mateo has finished it up against San Jose 10-0. And for the Ohlone College Renegades, they trail 7-0 to West Valley. Over in the baseball side of the coast, it is 8-3 at San Mateo between San Mateo and Kenyatta. Hartnell up 10-3 against Gavilan. MPC up 7-2 against Cabrillo, and De Anza still up 10-3 against San Francisco. Folks, you got Crystal, Estrada, and DeMio all due up. It is top of the 9th inning. Matthew Anderson to complete this game. His 9th inning of work. He's given up 12 hits, 6 runs, and 3 errors made behind him defensively. Crystal, no hits today, the home run king of the South.
That's got to hurt.
Yeah, and he just swung right through a pitch inside on his hands. So they're going to give him just a moment.
Actually, like nothing even happened. Can somebody tell him that he got hit?
Yeah. I think he's just really trying to get back to his equilibrium. I saw him in the top of the 8th when he was on deck. He was smacking his helmet like, come on, get in the game, get in the game. He really wants to come through for his team right now.
Yeah, and this is a very gambly battle for Coach Mike Kern. There's 2 sides of the coin. One, Crystal has not gotten gotten a hit or got on board yet against Anderson. So Anderson has the fight in him. You know what I'm saying? But on the flip side, Crystal's seen him 3 times, and this is one of the best hitters in the state up to hit. So now is Anderson going to win, or is the home run hitter going to win?
Swung on and missed. A 3rd time today, Crystal will be down on strikes. He will take home the 0 for 5. Here now is Estrada, 1 for 4 with the solo home run today. A 2-run homer today. Solo home run. It's twice now.
Talk about an amazing strikeout in a big moment. One of the best hitters in the state for power-wise, and doesn't get on board once.
Anderson now. 0-0 delivery home.
Whew, that's
breaking
disgusting.
ball in there for a strike.
And also, fun fact about him, too, I was hearing this from the Red Shirts, that this is his 4th week in a row going a complete game.
0-1 the count. Here it comes. Over to Vasquez, and from 6-3 in time. D'Amelio, the final chance for these Vikings.
We have a lot of player of the game's possibilities. We have Medina for defense. Anderson.
If Anderson gets his 27th out, him undoubtedly.
Yeah, because you got Anderson, then you have oh my God, Canberra hitting 2 home runs today, coming out of a cold streak. And then just the defense in general, from Kashia to Stewart on some good plays. I mean, Chewy.
To the right side, Johnson makes the play. Renegades win. And that's a win that's got to feel good for these Renegades. They got punched in the mouth on Tuesday, 15-3, and today they punch back 8-6. I mean, that is game of the year. One of the best games that we've seen at the 3C 2A level in the last 4 years here on the Fremont campus. I tip my cap. Where are my caps? I tip my cap to that Vikings squad over there. Incredible heart. I mean, they fell 2 runs short of a 6-run deficit comeback in this game. And tomorrow, I mean, now that I know that I have the day off from work tomorrow, I honestly might want to make the trip up to West Valley and go watch that game.
Might as well.
Because that was that good of a game from these Renegades. And, I mean, undoubtedly so, my player of the game is Matthew Anderson. He saved the bullpen today and taxed himself extra for a 4th straight time, we are being told.
For not complete game, but 100-plus pitches.
100-plus pitches.
So that will be his first complete game on the season. By the way, only one other pitcher has a CG, being Matthew Foley. And that will be now Anderson's 9th win on the season, and through 8 games started in 1 complete game.
Incredible. And 6 home runs hit by both of these squads today. 3 for the Vikings, 3 for the Renegades. I mean, when you're talking about a heavyweight battle for first place, what else do you want?
Not much.
What else do you want? Both teams showing such an incredible effort at the plate. And honestly, for West Valley, I mean, they really, especially, have nothing to be upset about today as far as their effort is concerned. They fell a couple of falls from the ball away from tying that game today and continuing to play into the 9th inning right now, potentially with a lead or with a tie. You know, sometimes you're going to be unlucky when you're aggressive on the base paths, and I would argue today they were incredibly unlucky on the base paths today.
I mean, you can directly shout out Jordan Medina. He's the reason this game is over.
Yes, absolutely. And the Renegades, I mean, it wasn't a clean day defensively by any stretch of the imagination. You can't say it was a clean day defensively when you have 3 defensive errors. But after those errors, it matters how you respond defensively, and they responded handedly. They made sure that they didn't continue accumulating errors and mistakes with the ball in their hands, and they made some superhuman efforts today defensively to help Anderson power his way to a complete game victory, his 9th of the season. He's 9-0 as a starter.
Incredible.
The Renegades are undefeated with him on the mound this year so far. And tomorrow they have Drew Greenberg going on the mound. It's going to be one heck of a battle up there in West Valley. And, I mean, man, if you guys have the time to drive out and go see that game in person, I think it would be well worth your time. This was an incredible, incredible game today. But Matthew Anderson, my player of the game overall, my offensive player of the game, I'm just going to go ahead and give it to Julian Cambra.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's very hard to pick out one guy in particular because it was such a team effort. But Cambra, his 2 solo shots ended up being the difference because, you know, we talk about those plays at the plate. What happens if Cambra doesn't leave the yard twice?
Game's still tied.
You know, this game is still tied even with those 2 plays at the plate. You know, so Cambra especially overcoming the adversity of striking out with the bases loaded in the first inning. He doesn't get frustrated and doesn't let that cloud his overall performance in the rest of this game. He comes up with 2 swings of the bat that would have been just as impactful as coming through with the bases loaded in the first inning. That ends up putting the Renegades up by those 2 runs that were necessary to win this game with. So, folks, we hope you guys have enjoyed this broadcast. We hope you guys have enjoyed your stay here on the Ohlone College Fremont campus, the Ohlone College broadcasting YouTube channel. The Renegades are going to improve to a 29-4 overall record and 12-2 on the conference schedule, while for those Vikings of West Valley, they are going to be 7-7 on the conference record this year and 21-12 overall. They will have a chance to get above 500 in the conference record tomorrow in the concluding match of our 3-game set. And then, folks, I gotta highlight this one. I absolutely have to highlight this one. We will have the 4th game of the year between these 2 teams on Thursday the 23rd. Thursday the 23rd. I will emphasize again, Thursday the 23rd here on the Fremont campus. The final game of the year. If you enjoyed this one, I'm going to even say this. I want less viewers in favor of more people here in the stands. Be here, 2:30 p.m. The next time we are going to be on the air with baseball action will be on Tuesday, this upcoming Tuesday, the 14th, against Gavilan the Rams. And then we will also be having some softball matchups this week as well. Folks, that'll do it. For Bodie Warden, to my right, doing color and score bug, as well as graphics and stream health, everything else in between, our tech guy. For Coach Curran and his staff, for Christopher Warden, our athletic director, I'm Romano Galan. Thank you for joining us, and we cannot wait to see you again. Goodbye, everybody. Renegade victory! Renegade victory!